Big gulps at the beginning. Sorry about that. Okay, so today we're doing some music. This audio library has been the bane of my last few live streams. But you have the option to quickly download any song. So yeah, unfortunately they're all going to be ambient. I wish I could throw in some hip hop, rock, techno, whatever. But these are for backgrounds for when I live stream. So I've been using this period. Now we're just going to organize it. Like we're starting with October 2020. All the ambient songs. If it feels good, I'll download it, which is why the music is louder than usual. And because I need a reason, I play Rocket League too much on my own. I usually use it for podcasts, so I listen to podcasts while playing the game. So I don't. There's no guilt. But the reality is, there is way more games that I can also do podcasts with. Yakuza, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Immortals Phoenix Rising, any LEGO game. And I have. So Rocket League no longer fills that purpose. It's a good song. For a piano song, it's pretty good. I like it. You know what? Let's download. So when I do that, I will have to switch tabs. You guys won't see this, so. But anyway, this is a great piano song. Dang. And this week, you have weekly challenges, which is the best way to gain XP without wasting time. And daily wins, of course. But this one's brutal. Look at this. Play 20 online matches in 1 week. I mean, it's not that big an ask, but win or lose, you're forced to play 20. That's it. And that's a lot. Seriously. On average, I'd rather play one every day. 2 every day to get a win or whatever. Anyway, so I only played one game, and I luckily got the last 2 challenges here. Didn't even want to. It just happened. And I also got a cool item, which is also another good reason to do this live stream wise, is that you will see, by the way, I have a chat on the side here at all times, you will see the hot stuff, man, the paint, because I got everything. So say at 70 is the max, you get this, and then after that you get painted versions of whatever you have. That third one, that purple, I saved my reaction for this stream, because purple and pink are like my 2 favorite colors. So yeah, here we go. By the way, this is great. You thought it would suck, but it's black. I love it. This I won't use. Here we go. Yes. The glory. In the monsoon. Anyway, love it. Yeah, living up to the hype. So we'll keep it going, because most of these are going to suck regardless. But yeah, we'll see what we get as we go along. As far as like, this is not a show. It's just literally me using this as an excuse to actually find songs and fix my audio library problem. And at the same time, just talk about random stuff. But today I got 2 good things. First of all, I work at a spa, right? I work at the second highest rated spa in the city. So it's like one of the best places in town. And let me tell you, Valentine's Day is this Sunday. The hottest day of the year for any spa, anything romantic. Restaurants used to be, right? But no longer. Lockdown, baby. By the way, this song also great. I will comment on the music a lot. That's why it's louder. That's why we're here. But yeah, so I'll talk about Valentine's Day at a spa, how crazy it is, and how you should never, and I mean ever, this is pro tip. This is pro tip based on experience in the field. Do not book a romantic getaway ever on Valentine's Day. Ever. Everywhere is packed. Everywhere is chaotic. You think you'd have a good time. You think you're going to go to the spa with your wife, your girlfriend, whatever. You think you're going to have a good time. You're going to relax. You're going to get a blowjob later on. No. What's going to happen, especially now in COVID accentuates all the problems. You're going to get there. There's going to be people all over the place. People with towels running all over. You're going to get a massage in a room that is next to 4 other rooms that are also having massages. You're going to hear noises you don't want to hear. You're going to hear couples that are more happy than you in the next room. You're going to compare. You're going to be like, man, that guy's wife is way hotter than my wife. Same thing for the other sex. Trust me, you do not want to book any type of spa day on Valentine's Day. The best thing you could do, I haven't played the game at all. Anyway, but yeah, this song we will keep, is do it 3 days before or 3 days after. That's the pro tip. Just nobody. tomorrow is Thursday. Valentine's Day is on Sunday. If you were to book a romantic massage tomorrow, there's nobody all day. While on Valentine's Day, there's literally at least 4 couples at all times, on the hour, every hour. That's the difference. Either you have the full day to yourself in peace, or you have the biggest day with everyone in pure chaos. It's crazy. And yeah, it's happened year on year, man. It's one of those weird things. Same thing with a restaurant. You think you're gonna get peace and have an actual great meal at the restaurant of choice? That restaurant is as packed as can be, meaning they have to sacrifice on food, they have to sacrifice on time, and they have to sacrifice on service. That's just basic math. So trust me, on Valentine's Day, you say you make the day inside your home, or like you go out walking or whatever, and then you tell her or him that you're doing it 2 days before, 2 days after. Because trust me, it's going to be 10 times better. Whatever you do. Again, see this audio library problem? I have to switch tabs just to make it, to activate it. So yeah, 2 good songs right in a row, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, that's my pro tip for the spa. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, which has completely slipped my mind, will come back at some point. But again, it's all about the music. So we're here. That's why we're playing this game. This is, yeah. I feel no guilt playing this in the same way somebody would play Fortnite or Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto Online, you name it. You know what I mean? There's hundreds of these games. Oops. That my teammate was writing me for a full minute there. But yeah, especially because of the items. Like, I have exclusive items that, you know, it's the same thing with all these games, right? Timed events, season passes, the machine, la machine. That's how it works. Welcome to video game economics in the 2010s. But this song also good, man. It's crazy because the earlier piano song, I was like, man, this is the piano song to beat, right? But, this is up there. So yeah, 3 for 3. Extremely happy about that. Man, what is that other subject? So, oh yes, I can't believe I forgot it. I signed up for speed dating on Valentine's Day. So I'm single, right? And before COVID, I just found out about speed dating. Like, having experienced it, you know? Because, man, do I hate freaking dating apps. Not because it's a game. It's like YouTube, right? It's like anything. You have to play the game. You have to play to win. You have to get fake-ass pictures. You have to, you know, have your profile lie about who you are to be as basic and as interesting as can be without actually showing the real you, because the real you is too unique, you know what I mean? Anyway, it's a whole thing. And chatting, like, if you're not good at texting, it's over. You will die alone if you rely on dating apps and texting. If you suck at texting, it's over. You have no hope, you know? And I shine in person. I'm 6'5". No one knows, you know? And I'm reasonably alright in terms of looks, right? So this is the type of stuff you'll never see while texting. Plus, I'm not gonna go out of my way to go into a park to find, you know, a nice setting for me to take a stupid selfie. You know, no. That I got time is more important to me than do some stupid coffee shop picture. But that's how it is, man. You gotta play the game. If you have like 2 pictures, it's done. You gotta have 6 minimum. It's brutal. And again, the disparity, right? On a good day, if I were to play the game, I would have like, you know, I don't know, 3 likes per day, and that's pushing it. It's pushing it. A woman has like 3 likes per hour if she just puts the most basic effort in her profile. You know what I mean? Because that's the game we're playing. They can be selective. Anyway, this whole rant, for no reason, by the way, apologies. I just ate like way too much. But this is all good news, because speed dating is here for you, man. If you need eye contact, if you need human-on-human connection, if you're tired of the bullshit texting, the jokes that do not land or you have no idea, you know what I mean? Man, write comedy and texting. Half of it is lost. Context is needed. You know what I mean? The subtext is lost. Like, you don't know their sense of humor. But that's something with a real life person you can find within seconds. It takes like three jokes, 20 seconds, and you know what will land or what will fall and how far, what is the line, right? Man. I feel like I've heard this one before in a video of sorts. I could be going crazy. By the way, I'm not playing this game at all. Like, I'm on autopilot. I'm just thinking of this speed dating thing. So yes, I signed up for, I'll talk about the in-person speed dating after. I signed up for this webcam version. I have no idea how it works. It's probably going to be through Zoom or Skype, right? By the way, another great song, baby. That's 4 for 4. This one might be even stronger than the rest. Damn. That's some good thumping. Like, I feel it in my bones. But I had nothing to do with that goal. By the way, we're winning. Haven't done anything. And, so yeah, Skype or Zoom, we'll see. And it's 2 hours. 7 to 8 minutes per person. So it's at least 12 people. So at least I'm going to see 12 people. And here's what I'm so excited for. Here's why this is going to be fantastic. And Monday, I will talk about it at length. Not about the women, of course, but about the experience, how it all worked, the fumbles, and if it actually succeeded, right? That's the goal. The goal in real life speed dating, you get their number. You have to say yes, they have to say yes, and at the end of the night, they give you their phone number, and you go on your way back to the texting game, right? But in this case, it's email based. So I had to use my secondary email, just because my first email, I have had it since I was like 9, right? And when you create an email address when you're 9 years old, you best believe it's not going to be professional. It's going to be something like Seymour Butts or something, you know? And so yeah, I had to I had to wrangle up like an old ass email address so that at least it has a correct name on there, because dear Lord, imagine the date goes beautifully well, everything is perfect, and then she gets the email and it's like Seymour Butts, it's like, oof, talk about a turnoff. So yeah, I wrangled that up, so I'm pretty excited about the whole thing. And because I live stream, like, I have my whole setup here. I have a high quality mic, which makes me sound like myself. I have a webcam that's decent, you know what I mean? I got a great background so that, there's something other than this freaking face to stare at. But again, this damn audio library. Oh, man, this one starts high. We'll see if it can salvage itself. But here's what I can't wait for, is the blunders, man. The blunders that are gonna happen. I'm talking shitty mics, shitty webcams, horrible frame rates. I want to see a woman, because here's the thing, it's 25 to 39 is the age group of speed dating. They could do younger, but to be honest, young people do not, it's not for them. Speed dating is a thing you want later on, just because you realize how important human connection is. Eye-to-eye contact. You can't fake that, especially in text. You can do video chat, but that's the same thing, man. Video chat is you present whatever you want to present. Body language does not need apply. And what was my... Yes, I want to see a 39-year-old woman with a gaming headset. Like a full-on pro gaming headset, because she needed a microphone and a good pair of headphones, and she went to Future Shop and grabbed whatever was on the shelf, and she had the money to spare. Like a green, I have one up here, but you know what I mean, like a true to life gaming headset. Oh man, that's the dream. If ever that happens, I could die a happy man, but I can't wait. So just right there I have an advantage. So I have an advantage of visual and audio quality that most of the other men won't have. And man, you know what I mean? Like, I do this every day. This has become what I do. So to do it 2 hours, let's go. I'm excited. So that's Sunday, man. Sunday, 7 to 9. All the lonely single people that can't go nowhere because it's a lockdown, and if it's past 8 o'clock, you get a ticket. Here's $1,000 because you were out at 8:05 on Valentine's Day because you needed to get out of your house because you were sad. Man, that's life. So yeah, I'll tell you all about it. I'm pretty pumped. One thing's for sure, it's better than working at the spa. I'm so happy I'm not working that day. We're 3. Almost everybody got fired, and because the hours are so low, there were only 3 of us that worked at the spa. Not the whole spa, of course, but in my department. And so yeah, it's funny because it's me, a tiny Asian lady, and a old, very old man. We're such a weird group. But yeah, that part-time life, baby. Part-time life at the spa. I'm so thankful I'm not working Valentine's Day, you have no idea. Valentine's Day, Christmas, and New Year's, by the way, that's all me. On autopilot, at that. Okay, it's not that impressive, but still. I'll take what I can get. By the way, that last song, was it good? Damn it. I was too into my thoughts too. Okay, that's the first one that one we're not getting. So I actually have to work here and get the ones... Oh my god. This one's horrible. You kidding me? Okay, give me a sec here. I'm like throwing the game. My teammates are so pissed right now, you have no idea. But I gotta get these songs. It's important. Damn it. It's all falling apart. Sorry, teammates. The anger. Yeah, I think a goal happened. Shit. Almost done. Last one. Okay, we're good. You were kicked for being idle. You know what? That's fair. That is as fair as it gets. Okay, reconnecting. It's good though. They'll be happy I'm back. Oh, nothing happened. No problem. Still anybody's game. But yeah, in live action speed dating, here's what happened. So yeah, this was pre-COVID. It's like straight up wintertime, I believe, because yeah, I remember having a code check. So I'm guessing this is around January or February of last year. It's crazy that it's been a year. That's how it goes, man. COVID takes a year away. That year is dead. And so you go to this bar. Usually it has to be a big bar because, man, we take up space. So they separate the women and the men in 2 different rooms. And women usually have the best room because that's where everybody will go and be seated. So in my case, it was big high tables with 2 stools. And so you had 1 woman per table, you know, and sometimes 2 per table, which is a tiny table, by the way. Like, at best 3 people. Sometimes you gotta be 4 around there. So you go from woman to woman every 5 minutes, because the women stay seated, the men have to get up and go to the next woman. And you get 5 to 8 minutes. It sucks too, because when it's great, man, does time fly. Times fly, and then they tell you you gotta go, and you just gotta hope. You hope that she says yes as well, and you can, you know, talk afterwards. And since it's only 8 minutes, it's first impressions only. That's all that matters. It's all you get. Okay, I think that was a bad song as well, because it didn't capture my attention. Let me just make sure here. You know what? It is kind of good. Let's say yes. Shit, they scored. My bad. And, what was the last thing I wanted to say about that speed dating? Okay, so yeah, 5 minutes each. And I love it, Kate, because here in my city it's completely bilingual. So you have French and English. And I also have that advantage where I can do both. I love it when, you know, because the French, if you're a French person who is not bilingual, that English is thick. Trust me, it is thick. It is lovely just because it's, I wouldn't say childish, but it sounds like they have to try, and you hear the attempt. You know, you hear the try hard. I'm just trying to, you know, come out with a few words that I've learned in secondary school. You know, so it's charming in a in a sad way. But yeah, so I don't have that problem. I remember that speed dating, there was only 1 girl in the whole group who actually spoke just English. Everybody else was pretty much French. It makes sense too, because it was a French organization, if you will. And this poor girl, man, when I came to her, speaking in pure, easy to speak English like I am right now, she was so happy, because she was like, finally, I get a guy who can speak English. And it's been like 10 men. So imagine you got 10 men in a row, and not one of them speaks English. They're just trying, you know? Oh, I felt bad for her. Anyway. And, yeah, it was alright. That's how it goes. I remember with one girl, me and her just talked about TV, like weird TV. I was telling her about anime, and she was telling me about like some weird Chinese shows, and she was like making notes. And it turned a date into just me telling her what to watch. I'm like, yeah, you should watch this and this, and she was like writing it down. It was ridiculous. Oh man, and the weird thing about that is that you would think a face would be everything, but it's all about connection, because that you only have 8 minutes, you forget all the faces. Like, I could not tell you, I remember like 2 of the faces from that night because of the stories that are revolved around them, you know? So trust me, like, yeah. It matters. It's crazy how much looks matter in the moment, but literally for only 1 minute, because all you have is 5. So like for 1 minute you're like, yeah, you know, she's pretty, whatever, she's beautiful, and then after that it's pure like, oh shit, it's time to get the business. You know what I mean? Like jobs, passions. You know, that's my question. Is always passion. Passion is the most important thing to me, because you have no idea how sad, and I've heard this multiple times, of somebody telling me they have no passion. Like that's just, man, to me, like, no. But not only is it a no, but it's like, why are you living? You know, like, don't not live. But the whole purpose of life is having fun, right? We're miracles. We're the sperm that won. We owe it to the thousands of sperms that lost to at least try to enjoy this time on Earth, you know? We owe it to like 75% of the planet that suffers daily. Man, the worst thing that could happen to us is we step in a puddle, you know? Like, what? Oh man, I know this is drastic and I'm in a weird, happy state, but man, I'll always spread the message of passion is life. Life is good. Yeah, like imagine 75% of the planet doesn't even know what a live stream is, and they would not even entertain the concept. And of course, it's less than 75%. I'm being, you know, over dramatic here, but it's, I would say, if we're being realistic, it's 40. It's around 40. So 40%, not even the live stream part, just the option to have live streams. There's still like so many places that are off the grid. It's not only a life choice, it's also forced upon a lot of people. Yes, until Elon Musk decides to turn on the internet for the whole planet, it's gonna stay that way. Man, I can't wait to. You're seeing that right now with like China, India, and even Africa. They're popping, man. They're popping off. They finally get their chance to blow, and because they're late to the game, you're seeing some crazy stuff. And like TikTok, and you know, it makes it easier for the whole planet to see everybody's perspective. It's fun. It's good times. So again, can't complain. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't tell you the price. That's this damn audio library. I swear to God. And see, this is what I mean. This is what we're trying to fix. This is why we're doing this in the first place. So that this never happens again. It will happen though, because we have to download at least 50 songs so that it's not always the same background music every stream, right? Okay, by the way, that last one I completely forgot. Yeah, no. We're not keeping this. Okay, so you here, you here. By the way, we're still... Oh, we did October. There was only 5 songs in October. Because yeah, they add songs every month, but in all genres, so... I wonder how they do it, because... You know, you're doing... Here's the trade-off, right? So if you sign a musical artist to make music for your YouTube audio library, or even other services like Epidemic, and that's just one example. There's plenty of services that do this, where you pay... It's like Netflix, right? You pay $3 and you get a catalog of hundreds of royalty-free music to use. Man, this one's loud for me. If it's loud for you, I apologize. It's loud for me though. Tell you what, I'll lower it just for this. But it's straight up too loud. Like makes no sense that this one is as loud as this compared to the others. That's a problem. You know what? I'm skipping it. I'm not gonna defend. I'm sitting here for a full minute defending a song I don't even know. And by the way, you know what inspired this whole thing? Is I was on YouTube and a commercial came up for Bacardi, you know, the spice rum. And I believe it was a commercial about cocktails, and it's only 5 seconds long. And the song was incredible. And I'm like, what is this song? But I only have 5 seconds. There's no lyrics. There's like one line and then it's pure beat. And then you have some like echoey voices, you know? And because it's 5 seconds, and I've only seen it twice, I couldn't get it. I don't know what that song is. And to be honest, I might never find out. And it breaks my heart. Because if there's one thing I love, is finding new bopping music. Because, you know, in the summer I dance in the park. So I need music constantly. Daily, I try to find new music. It's important to me. Not anymore, of course, because of COVID and it's wintertime. But summertime, every day, I'm finding new songs to dance to. By the way, good song right here. Really good. Completely changed. I hate these types of matches, by the way. These throwback goals that are not stuck to the wall, they're a pain. And I completely lost my train of thought about what I was talking about before. Oh, yes, about musical artist signing. So here's the trade-off. So you're going to be one among thousands of songs that are dropped that month in that moment, right? But here's the trade-off, is that you're going to be heard 1,000 times more than any song that are just released to the public. If you're like an unknown band or unknown, like who listens, who finds these types of songs from actual artists? You know, unless you're on the radio or Spotify, right? And you just pop up in some random playlist, which has to be curated by something. Some of them are by the algorithm. But if you're a song with like 0 views from a nobody artist, how do you get them views? And that's the thing. YouTube, these songs, like right now that we're listening to, they get thousands upon thousands of hits. But none of them will I look up like who did them, who worked them, why they exist, you know, if that musical artist has done other songs. But I don't know why I'm stuck here. Okay, we're good. Controller was weirdly disconnected there. So we have to... What was my point? Yeah, so that's the cost, right? So either you recognize as you are as an artist for the songs that you make, and you're seen by 20 people, 10 of which actually appreciate your music, or you go on a musical library, you have no recognition as an individual. You are not an artist, you are just part of the machine, but your song is heard by thousands upon thousands of people, sometimes appreciated, sometimes not, but it's all upon when it's played, how it's played, and even if it is recognized, the song that is, you as the artist will never be. That's the choice you make as a musical artist / producer in 2021. It's crazy. It's interesting. I don't know, I'm having this huge, like, you know, philosophical, you know, ramblings about the music industry while this beat is happening. It's such a good beat, man. I would actually dance to this, but it doesn't fit my conversation. It's so funny. This would actually fit my speed dating talk more than what I'm talking about right now. Oh man, this is fun. But it is samey. It's been this beat for what, a minute now? And it just stops. So yeah, no, we're not gonna save this one. But so far so good. I remember doing this. I did do a few Rocket League streams that I played a playlist on YouTube called the Best Video Game Songs of All Time. It's crazy. It has like over 1,000 songs on that playlist. It's pretty crazy. Always updated. But it features everything, man. You can have songs from platformers to songs with lyrics from Persona and stuff like that. So it's very hit or miss. And it's stuff we've heard before, either in the games or on other videos. And man, it was just an excuse to play Rocket League like this is. But yeah, I like the goal-oriented nature of this stream, for as random as it's gonna be. Because man, these live streams I've been doing every day for the, you know, like the everything. I gotta find a stupid name for that show. It's my show. I'm super proud of it, and I realize how it could be anything. Like, that's my favorite part of it. Like, learning, not only every day getting better, looking into the webcam more, stuff like that, finding new ways to showcase the subjects I'm talking about, actually, you know, curating and selecting those subjects, all of which I've only been doing this for a short amount of time, but I can feel the growth every day, right? But still, no name. Also, the fact that it's malleable as heck. That could be my podcast. That could, you know, develop highlights. It could quickly spin off into interviews and collaborations. Just because it is just straight up. It's not a talk show. There's no real word for it. But to me, it is a show. Oh my god, titanium white! It's as rare as it gets, folks. My god, I showed you guys the purple one earlier. This song sucks as well. It's just like water dripping the song. It's like, what the hell? Damn it. Right when I was gonna skip it, it's over. We wasted a minute 45. No biggie. So how many games have we played, by the way? 3? See, 4 out of 20. Still got like 16 more games. And again, this is just me putting this on myself. So I'm transforming this into work. In a weird way. I love that I consider listening to music and playing Rocket League a job. Again, you have to appreciate what you have, no matter how small it is. By the way, I might be moving soon. Don't know when. If it all works out, it could be in a month. If not, it could be a little later. But yeah, back wall is going to change. That's pretty much it. And I cannot wait, by the way. My whole background art exhibit is fueled by only 2 things. And it was the Comic-Con, the Montreal Comic-Con, and I had a few pieces that I bought online. And the Kanawaki Comic-Con. Kanawaki is like a small community outside of the city. It's kind of weird that it even existed. By the way, the price of entry for that Comic-Con was a can of perishable food. My sister bought like 4 or 5 cans, and I'm just like, meh. And I just grabbed like a can of chunky I had. My sister's like, here you go, here's some beans, some diced tomatoes, I got some garlic. I'm like, here, have some chunky, you know? To be honest, the chunky is better than all 3 of those cans combined. But I just love the, I don't know. It's just me. So yeah, I cannot wait to get more art pieces. This is just the beginning. The plan, of course, once COVID lifts, is that every 4 months you will constantly be getting new and beautiful art to look at behind me. In the same way my poster has changed. At first it was dragons, of course. Now and then it was Shawshank for a while. Man, that Shawshank poster, I miss it. And now, of course, it's my Invisible Man poster, which is extremely rare. And I don't know, just stick looking. But yeah, that could change any day. But the other pieces, especially, those I cannot wait. What the? Sounds like a song for like a baby, you know? I don't know why this made me think of baby music. I don't know. Is it the crystals? It's crazy, you know. I was talking about first impressions earlier. That works for everything. Everything has depth. I was talking about Blue Sky Studios yesterday and how their biggest piece of art, the one thing I would recommend people to go out and see because the studio shut down, is Poisonous Love, which was a song from Rio 2, right? I still stand by that, by the way. I watched it yesterday in full. It's only like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It's nothing. It's like the easiest ask. But that represents 15 movies. Actually, it's listed in that 10 movies. That represents 10 movies, including the Ice Age films, including Scratch hijinks, and that's the one thing where I'm like, this is it. This is the most artistic and beautiful thing that they have done. And it's a opera song from a poisonous frog, you know. I had a point to this, but it's completely gone. I was putting over the poisonous love song. Oh yeah, first impressions, of course. And the first impressions of that song are not good. Like if you look it up right now, and you cannot make it past the first 10 seconds, which is again first impressions and your prerogative, because it's a opera song, so it starts weird and light and not at all what it becomes. But you can easily see somebody just quitting. It's a hard thing to get past, and it's but it's one we must. It comes with most things. Oops. Most things just because they're new and exciting, or new and like not disturbing, but like you're at a loss. It's like when you arrive in a new city for the first time, or a new world in a game or whatever. There's always that sense of it's uncomfortable, right? But you have to give it a chance, regardless of what it is. That means time. It's like getting past that first minute in the speed date. Because man, it would be easy to, after like 2 minutes, because trust me, there's a few keywords that can shut me down. It's happened a few times. Actually, I have a fun story about this, of a girl I met at a bar, and anyway, it's funny too because that woman was literally blind. She was legally blind, and that's not even the story. The story is that, anyway, we were in the car. It was me and like her and her 2 roommates on our way back to her place. This is after, you know, a long night of having fun, right? This just goes to show that you don't know nobody. And, oh shit, we're forfeiting. Yeah, it is 6, my bad. My teammates both hate me. Anyway, so we're in this car, we're talking. And out of nowhere, for no reason, I don't know what the reason was, but she said, like, I'm a princess. And she was extremely proud, and she did not say it like I just said it. I'm not even gonna imitate it, because it would seem like I'm being mean or something. That's how bad it was. But just like, you know, I'm a princess. I like to be pampered. And I'm like, oh my god. And I told the people, I'm like, get me out, drop me off right here, okay? It was it was 3 o'clock in the morning. There's no buses. There's no metro. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. I would be completely lost. And still, I would rather get out of the car than be stuck with somebody who calls themselves a princess in the way that she did. Anyway, they actually convinced me to stay just because of the, you know, it was wintertime, it was ridiculous. And to be honest, it did end up for the better. I have another story about that, but it's so explicit that I cannot share it right now. But one day, you'll get one of the craziest stories you'll ever hear, and it has to do with the same person. But not today. I'm actually pretty excited about that speed dating thing, and it's funny because no matter how excited I get, the reality of it is I'm going to be doing exactly what I'm doing now. There's literally going to be no change in scenery. I'm only going to be wearing a different shirt, but it's not even going to be that nice a shirt because all she's going to see is what you see, which is my traps, right? I love my traps, by the way. It's one of my favorite features. But so I'm going to be wearing like a shirt that puts my traps, I don't know, they show them off, right? Like that's it. There's no, I'll make sure my face is shaved and my hair's all right, you know. But that's it. There's no need for cologne. There's no need for, you know, you're being well dressed in like both upwards and downwards, you know. What happened? Okay. Sorry, my computer froze for a second. By the way, no good song in a few. It's been a while. And we're all the way down to August. So we went through October and September of just ambient music on YouTube. So we'll get there. But if I'm correct, it's been existing for years. So that won't be an issue. And what are random streams? These streams are dangerous for me when you think about it. It would just take a few of these for me to start rambling about crazy stuff. Nothing that would be shocking, to be honest, because if there's one thing I believe in over anything, you know, I'm not religious, but the one thing I do believe in strongly is common sense, right? It's one of the funny things that most people don't have. You'd be surprised how little people have common sense just as a rule of humanity, you know what I mean? I'm talking 50%. Anyway, and see, this is what I mean by dangerous. I could just ramble on this subject for 15 minutes, and it would just take 5 of those seconds for me to say one thing out of place, right? Or one thing, and I wouldn't be trying because I'm actually quite proud of who I am. Like, I don't think I'll ever say anything out of turn or anything controversial in a really bad way, you know what I mean? Everybody has politics, everybody has, you know, specific, there's a word for this. It's not controversial opinion, but it's, you know what I mean, not the norm. Are we doing good, by the way? No, we're not doing good. We need to catch up by 2 points. I literally blocked my entire eyesight for a full 10 seconds while we were playing a super intense game. I feel so bad for whoever's playing with me today. They're losing. But we get that counter up. So yeah, common sense, baby. Ooh, that was a sexy goal, baby. By the way, another loud song. I don't know why some of these songs are so much louder than the rest. Makes no sense. It sucks too, because it sounds beautiful. But man, does that guitar riff come in heavy. And by the way, it's a small thing. I've never shown you this, but this is where my microphone is, by the way. It's sitting on like a weird makeshift stand that I made myself. But of all the live streams I've ever seen, everybody's mic is like all up in their face. Like it's literally taken over 35% of what you see is their mic. I'm like, fuck that, man. I'll give you 100%. 100% of this face and this background and these posters and this art. And, dude. It changes nothing, by the way. In terms of, you know, if the mic was in my face, I would sound the exact same. I'm still talking directly into it. It's just hidden from view. I spare you. Spare you the microphone. Nope. Speaking of common sense, 3 goals behind. Common sense says it's time to forfeit. This is up in our counter big time though, so I'm happy about that. Look, this song is good, but that bass, it's too heavy. I love it as a... I would listen to this, you know? But as a background song for whatever speech I'm making, no, doesn't fit. What are we doing? 6? Oh my god. It's not going good. I thought we'd be further along than we are. That's all good. That's why we're here. Same thing with songs though. I'm happy with the progress we're doing there. So, at least one of these sides is good. Ooh, Orbit. This one I have heard before. We'll see. Good luck. We already got that piano. Speaking of which, I still haven't watched the film of the day that I have to watch again, only for February. Then you better believe I'm going to be slowing down on films. We'll be going all in on catching up on other things. But yeah, so we got to choose one for tonight. It's a tough choice. Very tough choice. And not even tonight, probably right after this. I'm thinking Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, because I said it multiple times that I was going to watch that. Netflix jazz film with Chadwick, of course. Rest in peace, my brother. Sorry I said it that way, but I really care about Chadwick. That's the only reason I said it. Like, Chadwick is the one that hurt the most this year. Last year. As well as Brody Lee, but that's a whole other thing. But man, yeah, Chadwick's a hard one. And the crazy thing... Oh. Wow. Talk about shame. Their chat's going crazy. This song, another one that's loud. It sucks too because it's good. Damn. Too loud, son. This one's called Fire Dancer. Sexy. What was I thinking? Let's talk about something. Let's go. I had the movie. Of course, Chadwick. That's the thing about Chadwick. I don't know the man, but I've watched more of his movies than most, and his performances have always been great, but that's not why it hurts in his case. It hurts so much because of what he did before he died, the work he accomplished, who he represented, the effect he's had on his coworkers, friends, and family. That's how you know if somebody's great, by the way. It sucks that we have to find out this way, but most great people destroy the people that they leave behind. In a good way, though. Like, you see it big time the first week, where you see the pain, you see the anger at the life's unfair, and you see the sadness at losing a great person, right? But then after that, it's all love. It's all about their legacy, about what they left behind, the work they did, what they accomplished, and at the end of the day, what they'll be remembered for. Because at the end, that's all that matters. Like, that's all we have. All of us are specks of dust that will disappear in history. You think people will care about Elvis in like 50 years? In 50 years, Elvis will no longer exist. He'll be a myth. He will be a story some people talk about as trivia. He'll be a trivia question. That's who Elvis will be. And that's just history. That's how life works. Unless you create a dish, unless you conquer countries, unless you become the biggest dictator that's ever been, you will not be remembered. That's just facts. So what can you do to be remembered for, 50 years, give or take? That's up to you, right? In the same way I want to be a funnel, Chadwick wanted to be... Man, the more I think about it, the more it makes me sad, so I do have to be careful. But he wanted to be beautiful black representation. He wanted to be something a black child can point at, to be proud of. You can't measure that. That's power. That's something real. That is quantifiable through psychological study. You know what I mean? It's crazy. All because, as stupid as it is, and it's not the only example, it's only the biggest one, all because he was Black Panther, right? That's not who he was. He was also all the other roles he played. All Jackie Robinson, you know what I mean? And freaking, there's a movie where he played a lawyer. Anyway, every movie he did, mostly, was about a real life person, of course, other than Black Panther, all while having cancer. That's where it gets crazy. That's where he's not only an actor, not only a man who represented his race well, not only an actor who was a master of his craft. He's somebody who chose to sacrifice himself, literally. And I mean by months, by weeks, by days, by hours he could have spent with his friends and family, creating new memories that they would have forever, to give everybody else something, to give them one more film, or to give them, man, that's why, that's why it's the hardest, and that's why even above some of our favorites, even above somebody like Robin Williams, right? I personally like Robin Williams more. He's affected me more in my life. But at the end of the day, you're only as good as you finish. It's the rule of what have you done for me lately? As shitty as that sounds, and as shitty of the reality of that thought and idea is, it is undeniably true. What have you done for me lately? It goes for me in my live streams. It goes for any artists and their work. Your favorite band is only as good as their last song. That's true, and you'll give chances. You know, if your favorite band, if your favorite artist is Justin Bieber, Yummy is one of the worst songs in the last 10 years. Like, go watch Yummy right now. You could torture people with that song, literally. But so you give him chances, right? Okay, so the next song Justin Bieber does, it's not gonna be as bad as Yummy. But anyway, the better you are, the more chances you get. But if Justin Bieber did 5 Yummies in a row, then that's it. His career's over. What have you done for me lately? So again, what Chadwick chose to do, which is get in shape, have a six-pack, look like a superhero, to be believable, to be an icon, while he had cancer, means he died quicker than he could have. If he did not get in shape, if he did not, like, you know what I mean? Have those long hours of acting on a green screen with wind in his face, in a waterfall, fake punching another human being, you know? But he did it because he knew what it meant. And look at it now, you know? Black Panther is an icon that children all over the world, especially in places in the world that we never think about, like Africa, they could point to and be like, man, I could be that, you know? You can't beat it. Damn. So I went sad there. But there you go. That's grief. That's grief for you. I never put it out like that. And now that it has been done, like that's it. You know what I mean? I'll never make this speech again. He will live in here, in all of us, for all of us. But his legacy will live on. Hopefully more than Elvis. If I could live in a world where Chadwick Boseman is a better name than Elvis, that's the world I want to live in. You know what? Fuck Elvis. Oh man, that's a joke, of course, but I mean, it's not like Elvis is known for being a good man, you know what I mean? I don't think there's one article out there that's like, you know what, Elvis was a really good man. I don't think that article exists, but still. Respect to the Elvis lovers. Do you think there's actually a live stream watcher that's an Elvis lover? See, that's my whole point. It's generational. In the same way 40-year-olds, I mean, there are 40-year-olds that watch live streams. Okay, let's say 70-year-olds, right? There's no 70-year-olds, except for a few weirdos, that watch live streams. In the same way, there's no 12-year-olds that listen to Elvis. Those are the rules of generational art. Makes me think of freaking paintings, you know? Paintings and, like, musicals. We've been listening to the same ass musicals, and we've seen the same old paintings for hundreds of years at this point. It's pretty crazy. I feel bad for any painter today that wants to be like the new Bob Ross or the new Mona Lisa, the new Screamer, you know? All these, like Van Gogh, right? A guy right now, a painter right now, literally today, as I speak, could rip his ear off on live stream while painting, and he will never be as famous as Van Gogh. And I don't know shit about Van Gogh other than the fact that he lost his ear and his paintings, which, if I saw a Van Gogh painting, I could be like, boom, Van Gogh painting. And it's not even because the painting is that good. He just had a style that was his own. But a new artist could create a masterpiece that, to the human eye, is above anything ever made, objectively, you know what I mean? And again, of course, everything is subjective. I'm just making conversation here. And that painting could transcend the people that see it in whatever museum it's at, right? So you put the most beautiful objective painting on the planet in the biggest city on the planet. So let's say we put it on New York City, in the biggest museum in that city. I don't know what it is, but you know what I'm saying. So it's seen by thousands of people over every year, and still, that man could die. That painting could be hung up in that museum forever, and no one would care. That's how much painting has died as an art form. No one cares. People would care more about comic book artists than a painter. That's how crazy it's become. You know what I mean? Name me one painter in the last 10 years. You can't. Like, the last one you can is Bob Ross. And that's only because he had a TV show, he had an afro and a weird style, and he actually did something else than painting, which was entertain us while painting. It's crazy. The first live streamer, by the way, the first live streamer is Bob Ross. Isn't that crazy? I would love to know who the first twerker is, you know, like back in medieval times. The one black lady in the village. Oh my god. They're like, she's a witch! Look what she can do! Oh my god. History is not kind to innovators. Damn. But that's the beauty of these, this live stream. Because my actual show, the one I do every day, has a structure. It has a plan, it has a purpose, it has a value that is not, you know, like, I'm not wasting time here, of course. And I'm trying not to waste your time with random rambles, but I can't help it. Like, I don't have a list of subjects. I'm just going off the cuff here. But because of that, it frees me to be more comedic. It frees me to be myself more, which is the one thing I cannot have in my show just because of the structure. It's hard to fit in jokes when you're critiquing a film, you know? It's doable, of course, but not ideal. But 8-0, I think it's time to go. 8-1. Another song that's like too loud. We haven't had a good one in a while. I don't know what's happening. It's like they fell apart on me for all of a sudden. By the way, we still haven't looked at the titanium white. Gotta look that up. That puff of smoke. Rambling is fun though, let me tell you. It's funny, I heard this from from a message from, anyway, fuck the context, but the person was saying that they were doing what I'm doing, right? But they felt like they were screaming into the void. That's how they described it. And I was in chat at the time, so I'm like, dude, screaming in the void is awesome, right? What I'm doing right now, regardless of, you know, anything, I fucking love it, right? Damn, look at this monsoon. But also, it's easy for me because I do love everything. Like, I love everything too much is my problem. Which, by the way, anyway, you have no idea how contained I gotta be with all the normies out there. It's crazy. I feel bad for everybody, right? Like, when somebody tells me I have no passion, you have no idea the restraint I have to not be like, you sad, you know what I mean? Like, to not react to that. I literally gotta move on. I gotta be like, oh, okay, so what's your hobbies, right? And the sad part is, if they have no passion, chances are they have no hobbies, and if they do, then they don't like that hobby. It's like, if your hobby is making puzzles, but you're not passionate about it, then what the hell are you doing? Oh man, one of my favorite songs is Try Everything. I forget, I think it's Kelly Clarkson? No, it's Shakira. Try Everything by Shakira. It's just a good song to dance to. But man, it's that song, right? If you haven't found a passion, if you're not passionate about anything, and, you know, you're unhappy, then fucking do something, you know? And I don't mean literally do something, I mean try something crazy that you've never tried. It blows my mind sometimes. Because I have so many passions, like, I cannot add another one on the pile. Like, I can't go skydiving because I might love it, right? And if I fall in love with skydiving, That's days of my life. I gotta plan out the road. I gotta drive over there. That's like 2 hours. I gotta pay. That's like a ton of money. I can't add a new passion on the pile, but if somebody has no passion, it's like, dude, you just want to throw them out the plane just to like go, find something, please. Your sadness is infecting us. Oh my god. But that's life. It's funny because I'm like stone cold sober right now. I'm like, damn, I can never do one of these even slightly tipsy. Because dear lord. It's funny, I heard one of my David Jaffe, a video game developer. He does crazy live streams. He has crazy takes on things, but he knows his shit. And he called himself obnoxiously passionate. He made a video purposefully going like, look guys, I'm not gonna be loud, I'm not gonna start screaming, I'm not gonna be obnoxiously passionate like I always am. And I'm like, damn it, that's what I am. I'm obnoxiously passionate. But I would take that over the alternative any day, you know what I mean? Want to torture me? Put me in a white room with silence, with nothing. I would go crazy. By the way, this song, dude, what a start. What a premise. Bring it. Oof. Dude. It's funny because these last few days I scored 2 movies 10 out of 10. And those 2 movies, I was half an hour into those films, and I shit you not, I said out loud, like, where are you going? Like, I'm paraphrasing because it's been a few days. And I was talking to myself, so it's not like I'm gonna remember this shit. But I was like, you can't. This is perfection. You can only go down from this point. And I'm like, there's no way. In my head, there's no way you could be a 10 because it's a half an hour in. There's at least an hour to go. Good luck, It's like almost I was like challenging the film. I'm like, you're as good as it gets. Try to keep going. I dare you, right? They fucking did. That's how you get a 10. And one of them's a horror film. Imagine watching a horror film, and the shit is so scary and so shocking that half an hour in, you're like, man, it doesn't get more scary than this, It doesn't get more intense. And it does. Dude, that's when you get into that special territory. That's when you get into that best films territory. Anything for Jackson. I swear to God, if I meet somebody in life that says the word anything for Jackson, that person better be careful, because I'm gonna accost them like you like you wouldn't believe. I could be at a coffee shop and I hear somebody like in the distance saying anything for Jackson, I will tackle them in real time. I'm like, dude, it was sick, right? No, anyway, I'll scare people. By the way, I have scared people before. In the streets. It doesn't hurt that I'm 6'5", right? But man, passion. People are afraid of passion. By the way, that's my biggest fear in life, right? You hear this from people where this is not a true saying, but it's at least a little bit true, because or else it wouldn't exist as a thing, okay? Because people can get triggered by what I'm going to say, but man, I swear to God, it's true. Sometimes women don't like it when men have fun, right? And again, this is not a blanket statement. This is how it is. I'm just saying that's my biggest fear, man. My biggest fear is I find somebody I connect with, and out of nowhere, she's like, you're playing too much games, Oh, you care too much about cartoons. It's like, what? Like, you can't. Oh my God. Somebody making your passion something bad when it's obviously not only good for the person, but it's, in my case, it's I'm making live streams about it, right? I'm turning my passions not only into conversations, but into something of value for other people. Or at least that's the goal. So man, the idea of somebody to mess with that, right? That's some scary shit. And spiders too. Spiders are pretty scary. Oh man. That was a joke, obviously. But in terms of scary spiders, what's very scary about spiders, it's not the spider in the corner of your room that's eating bugs. It's the ones that go into your headphones, that go into your shoe, that go into your hoodie for warmth, and then you put on that thing and you have no idea it's there. That's some scary shit. That's when spiders get scary, because they're as scared as you. They're not moving. They're in your ear. And they're like, oh shit. Like, they think they're gonna die. Meanwhile, you're there listening to music with like thumping bass while a spider's like crawling into your ear. Anyway. You think it's scary for you, but imagine from their perspective. Oof. Like, all you can do is go into that weird hole, your earlobe, right? It's, like, it's their only option. And then in your head, you're like, this motherfucking spider crawling into my ear on purpose, you know? It's like... Oh, fuck. The hubris of humanity is our biggest downfall. I love it. I love it. We're so self-entitled in terms of, like, creatures on Earth, you know? Oh my god. Especially watching a beautiful planet. A perfect planet, sorry. These last few days. It's like, man, these poor animals have no idea. They are masters of their ecosystems, all of them. The balance of Earth is one of the most beautiful and intricate things you can ever conceive, let alone the fact that it's actually real. And we just come in and like just bust it down, you know, we're just like, fuck your ecosystems. It's crazy. Oh man, we were already top of the food chain. We're like, you know what? Fuck the food chain. And we just fucking took it all. It's crazy, man. It's so unfair. And that's why aliens will never come down and meet us. They're like, look at these fucking shameful beings, you know? Look at what they've done. Oh, shit. I love when sci-fi does the idea that we're, like, the shame of the universe. I'm pretty sure Mass Effect did that, where... it's funny, because from our perspective, when we watch those things, we're like, look at these aliens being, like, human racist, you know what I mean? They're racist against humans. But man, if I was an alien, I would be racist against humans, you know? We don't deserve the chance. Not because us as individuals, you, me, whoever listening to this after the fact, right? It's all about, of course, the 1%. The rich bastards, you know? They're the ones kicking things down, literally. You know, fuck your rainforest. Burning it down for whatever resource there is, but still, we're all we're all complicit, unfortunately. Whoa. You know what? I gotta end on that. That's it. That's my last game. For once, I am not shamefully on autopilot. I'm making plays. And that's what I'll never be that kind of live streamer. Like, I cannot believe I've been playing here. I've been sitting here for an hour and 10 minutes, right? I haven't spent more than a full minute talking about actual gameplay. Man, the people that wear an hour and 10 minutes, it's like an hour and 5 minutes of complete gameplay. And then the rest is like, oh yeah, by the way, I ate a sandwich earlier, and, you know, I put some Black Forest ham. I've never had Black Forest ham before, and then they talk about ham for 5 minutes. It's like... Oh man, and I'm sure that has as much value as me making fun of us kicking down ecosystems, but man, I don't know. I just don't want to be that, you know? And I'll never be that. The day I become that is the day you can unsubscribe, and I'll be like, I deserve it. Until then, dude, I'll be free, I'll be having fun, I'll be making jokes, and I'll be talking about topics people don't, you know, people don't like talking about. Fuck it. I'm gonna get one life. Keep it at 100, right? That's the goal. It's crazy that... Okay, I'll end on this because it's crazy again. Like, life's insane. And the biggest YouTuber is a monster, right? That's just... Not PewDiePie, sorry. That's... Okay, let's go second biggest YouTuber. unless stuff comes out about PewDiePie, right? And by the way, I've never watched a second of PewDiePie content in my life, but Shane Dawson, I don't know, hero to the kids, gay man extraordinaire, has like proof in video form that he has pedophile tendencies, bestiality, orientations, freaking racist to like the core. All of this is not even opinion, like it's out there. Proof has been put out there, right? He's been doing this for years, and it's like, oh my god, like our biggest icons can be monsters. The fact that that is allowed to happen, just period, you know what I mean? Like him, yeah, right, of course he's being cancelled now, of course his career is over now, but he still did it for 10 years, and he was still, we gave him that platform. Not me personally, because of course I wouldn't watch that garbage, but man, the world is messed up, man. It's funny that while I say this, you had this like sad ass piano in the rain. And I'm like, don't humans suck? And I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, the hubris of humanity, and then you got the sad piano, like, pew, pew, pew. Oh shit. I hope this, I might have to delete this. We'll see, we'll see. That's what I love. I can do this now, but in like 10 years, oof, I'll have to like, it'd be like walking on eggshells, right? I won't be able to be this crazy. This is the part of my career where anything goes. Free as a bird, baby. Man, losing your balls, you know what I mean? That's another fear, and it's like, in some ways it kind of has to happen. You kind of have to censor yourself and stuff like that, but it's like, damn. Comes with the territory. You know, the only way to be mainstream is to be a pawn, you know? Oh shit. Oh my god, that is the worst defense. It's good too, because actual chat is blocking game chat. So right now I'm being shamed, but I can't see it. What a good feeling. Oh man. Can't wait. Oh. Somebody wrote so much that it couldn't be hid. It's good. I did deserve it. I did do a sick goal earlier though, so 1 for 1. Oh, I still haven't decided which film I'm gonna do. I did my look. That's the crazy thing, right? I did this whole speech about Chadwick Boseman. It's literally the longest topic of conversation I've had this whole stream, and I'm gonna find myself not watching his film. You know, it's like fuck. Because I know deep down I'm gonna watch it this month, right? That's the rules. That's the game I'm playing. That's the that's what I've chosen for myself. But man, it's been like twice already, on 2 different days, where I'm like, I have to watch it on principle. I owe it to him to watch it, and I know I'm gonna love it. It's not like it's one of the weaker films on the list. If anything, it's one of the stronger ones. So yeah, we're watching it tonight. That's it. I'm calling it now. Shame me if I don't. Because we're doing it. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Love the title, which by the way is holding it back. You're on Netflix with your remote. You're going film by film. No one's clicking on Ma Rainey's Black Bottom without the context that the performances are incredible and there's awesome music. You know what I mean? That name would get nobody. Party up. We're like the worst team in a long time, and they're like, let's do it again, guys. This was fun. Okay, we're at the point where I'm pretty sure the audio delay is getting there, but I need to test this out, so we're going to keep going for another 5 minutes, but only 5 minutes. Because I need to know when it starts being a problem. man, it sucks too, because that's what's beautiful about this, is I've ran the gamut with so many different subjects. Again, no plan, right? That if you were to force me to tell you each and every subject that I talked about in the last hour, I couldn't. But most streamers can. Because chances are it's about the game, or it's about their lives, and, you know, literally what happened to them that day. That's, man. It's crazy, too, because my show is every day. And at the end of the day, it is telling you what I did that day, as crazy as it is, but it's me cutting the fat. All you get is the succulent meat. All I give you is that filet mignon, baby. Not now, of course. Now it's pure trash. You got some fat in every bite, a piece of bone here and there. You're like, what the fuck is this? It's not even meat. Oh man. But like, at least I'm giving you some crazy shit. Or else I could just be giving you like vanilla. I could give you like a shitty tea, you know? Like the tea, you don't even know what flavor it is, and you wouldn't ask because it's the last thing you would want to know. I'd be here like, okay guys, I went to work today, right? I worked 3 hours like I do every week. So I took the metro. Metro took me like 25 minutes. You know, if I walk fast, I save my... You know what I mean? Just saying it now, I want to shoot myself. And that's what a lot of people do. It's like, dude. Live a little. It's like a... Yeah, I was talking about screaming into the void. No, I actually love it. Of course, my void is not a total void, but still. And I imagine... Sorry, this song has had me, like, raptured right here. I'm, like, in a trance. This is our finally another good one. It's been a while since we've waited. This one's crazy good. It feels like we're out in space. Oh my god, it makes me think of that shot I gotta get. There's, Cold Blue, I just gotta remember this. Give me a sec. But, man. Okay, so here's the thing. Because at the end of the day, a lot of what I've been talking about, humanity's hubris, right? I think the one thing that changed that, one of the best things that most people don't recognize as being as important as it was the picture of Earth, I believe, in the 60s. Anyway, it's moon landing time, of course, because that's one of the first few times we were ever in space to capture those types of pictures in the first place. And that was just the beginning, right? And then it became our galaxy, our solar system, etc., in a way that wasn't drawn or cannot be imagined. That is proof. Because and it makes me think of those flat earthers, and it goes back to freaking common sense, right? But man, like that, it's everything. It's a lot of there's so many things that define my reason for happiness and loving life so much, you know. But that is certainly one of them, and I cannot understate that enough. And it's a simple picture, and it's not even that picture specifically. It's the idea, of course, that we are just a small creature on a gigantic planet in a gigantic galaxy that is in a infinite universe, right? That's why flat earthers make me sad, man. It's like, okay, so if we are in a flat earth and that's it, and there's no space and there's no universe, it's like, why? What? No possibility, there's no option. You know, this is it. This is all we get. This is what we rot, you know? It's so close-minded. It's crazy. Because that's the beauty of that picture. That's the beauty of the reality of the universe, is that not only, of course, the nihilistic view is that your life has no meaning, right? I made that point earlier about Elvis. Elvis is nothing in 40 years, literally. You will see to anybody, I can't wait, by the way. I'll be dead when that happens. But when I'm dead and it happens where a guy has a show where he has a mic and he asks people on the street who Elvis is, and literally not a single person knows, oof. Because you know what's going to happen. It's going to happen for everybody. Can't wait for it to happen, like for Kim Kardashian, right? That's the dream. But, so that's the nihilistic view. But the opposite view, which is the one I share, is the infinite possibilities, right? It's the fact that it is like statistically impossible that is no other intelligent life form out there in the universe. Like, it's impossible that it does not exist based on math. That is, we'll probably never see him. Chances are we'll never see him in our lifetime. And even if we do, it'll be something extremely weird that we cannot even begin to understand. Because they will not be based, chances are, on oxygen. Or even, you know what I mean? There'll be life forms based on something completely different. Elements that are known and unknown. The only reason we exist is that the planet went through 3 different cataclysmic apocalypses. Seriously. Before the dinosaurs were giant bugs, right? And dinosaurs themselves are insane. The only reason they're not that insane to us is because they've been normalized because of Jurassic Park. And there's such an abstract idea that even just to imagine the lizard we have, a big version of that, is crazy. But it's no less true, you know? It's one of the coolest things on our planet that people downplay. And again, that's the hubris of humanity. T-Rexes were top of the food chain, yes. But they weren't like humans. They weren't like... Not only will I eat a brontosaur, but I will take those eggs, cook them with some leaves, right? And then put some spice, which I wouldn't even begin to imagine how a T-Rex would invent spice. And then put that in a plate in a way that makes it shine, in a way that the dish could not be imagined as so, you know, make an art. It's called plating, of course. And then I will sell that to a Triceratops for triple the price. That's... They can't even, you know what I mean? It cannot compute, right? Shit. So that's why it's like, whatever aliens are out there, when you think of what can compare on our planet, it's like jellyfish and octopuses. Octopuses especially. Like the ones that can literally enter any room through the crack if they can only fit their beak, which is tiny, right? But if they can fit their beak anywhere, then they can fit themselves, because they're literally made of mush. It's crazy. So if those exist, right? So if the closest thing to an alien we have on our planet is a fucked up octopus from the abyss, imagine, which we can't, of course, that's the whole point, imagine what's out there. Let alone if it's intelligent. I love the movie Arrival. Arrival plays with that idea. The aliens are like these giant squids, and they literally communicate through their ink. The ink becomes circles, and each circle is conversation. And the whole movie is about breaking down their language. Arrival, masterpiece of, man, one of the best directors. Anyway, gotta stop rambling. So like I said, it was gonna be 5 minutes. Oh fuck, what has this stream become? But yeah, so these crazy streams are gonna be rare, but they are gonna happen. And so I'll see you next time. But of course, show later on this evening, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It has been promised. It will be delivered. Cannot wait. So until next time, love you guys. Love and respect. Peace.